So let's start the movie. The movie starts, and you already got this man with like the disrespect is crazy. That they're sitting here like, can we just get over slavery? Like that was in the past. Can we just let it go? Like, babe, we could let slavery go if y'all weren't still fucking racist. We could let slavery go if every day on campus a white man is not looking back, seeing me, and letting the door slam in my face. Then we could let racism go. But to act like, why aren't there white colleges? I go to a white college and am definitely disrespected daily. Yesterday, I was leaving for the bus. I walk downstairs, the security sees me. I go downstairs, the bus doesn't come. I go back upstairs to wait. Oh, here's security again, following in right after me, looks at me. How you doing? I give him the black person nod. Don't even know he knows what that is. I'm sitting there. He goes right, comes back, goes left. I am so intuitive. The good person that I am, God rewards me by letting me know what's happening around me. So I could just feel this fucking guy looking at me. So I just start breathing like I'm having the worst day. Like I start taking deep breaths. Like I'm trying to calm myself down. And then, oh, he comes out, leaves. This fucking white lady goes by, looks at me. Hi, how you doing? Bitch, the fuck are you talking to me for? He tell you to talk to me? Wait, then, once I'm done breathing, I see this guy outside with his Chipotle, right? He waits for me to leave. Once I go to open the door, he opens the other door on the other side. Anyways, so that was just yesterday. 3 white people watching me as I'm just trying to go home. So for them to say in this movie that there are no white, Dan can stay. To say in this movie that there are no white schools is incredibly incorrect. I go to a white school and I see why black schools exist. Continuing on. So that was crazy for these white kids to be like, why aren't there white schools? Man, shut the fuck up. And then for him to go to his parents and his dad to be like, I taught you what sex was when you were 3 years old. That was crazy. Joe was a crazy father. Joe was a crazy fucking father. And then for this white dad to be like, oh, you remember they started giving him special tests? Like, damn, that's terrible. Yep. And then they go on this trip. And honestly, this trip was well needed. He threw his phone out the window. That shit was crazy. I was like, no phone? No phone? Granddaddy just threw your phone? You going on across the country with no phone? Oh my God. And then this boy had never had chicken. As a black man in America, this man never eaten some chicken. That was terrible. And then they stayed in this room. He didn't even know that he stayed in the room MLK died in. That's fucked up. He didn't know he was staying in the room MLK died in. It just shows you how important our history is. Like you need to know where you come from, bro. Like, I'm at this school, like, I went to a white high school, and nobody ever made me feel different. Nobody ever made me feel dumb, except Aiden Searcy. He made me feel dumb. Fuck you, Aiden Searcy. He's like, you got into UF? How the fuck did you get in? And I didn't get in. I didn't. I was just so poor. That was the only college shirt that I had. Fuck you, Aiden Searcy. Continuing on. I was never made to feel different. So now that I'm in a white college where they treat me differently, yeah, I can recognize the difference. And then, let's see. Calls his daddy. They go back on the road. They go to, these historical sites. And then, yeah, they're in Mississippi getting called a nigga. Yeah. I've been to fucking Italy. People call me Africana. Like, what? And I would beat their ass. And let's continue on. And then he takes him to a whorehouse, which is crazy. And this guy fucking kidnaps the whore is crazy. And honestly, I feel like this part of the movie is very much like, you are who you surround yourself with. If you're around whores, you're getting fucked. If you're around dumb people, you're going to become dumb. If you're around smart people, you're going to become smart. So, like, that is very much like who you surround yourself with is the reality that you will have. And then this man just funny. He yelling at the hoe like she a hoe, because she is a hoe. And she listening like a hoe. That shit is hilarious. And then daddy gonna find them. And then this hoe going, It was a good movie. It was a really good movie, but You know, like, it really just woke me up because we're talking about Gladys West, right? And like, you know, she's mentioned in the movie as somebody who goes and creates the GPS. Gladys West fucking made the GPS. Didn't win a Nobel Prize. The first black American to get a PhD in chemistry didn't win a Nobel Prize. And honestly, I applied for 2 PhD programs and got denied. And seeing that only 3% of biracial people in America have a PhD, I can't feel that bad. They don't want me to have it. They don't want to give it to me. They don't want me to be the person who gets a PhD. And you know what sucks? Is I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you want. Whether y'all want to let me into your university or not, I thank you because my success will happen with or without you. My purpose and my mission is not determined by your acceptance. Okay? Like, at all. They don't want black people to have PhDs. They don't want to see us in that setting. And I don't give a fuck. See no fucks to give because I'ma still do it. And now I have to do it even more. A big reason, like, it broke my heart knowing that the first black woman to win figure skating, whatever the fuck she won, the fact that we're still having first black women doing things is fucking disgusting. It disgusts me that in America we are still like this racially marginalized that people are still doing first. And you know what? There hasn't been one black woman awarded a Nobel Prize. Gladys motherfucking West discovered the fucking GPS. She's the reason we have satellite connection. Without her, you, me, your mama, your daddy, your grandpa, nobody can use a fucking GPS. Nobody can use the fucking internet. Nobody can send a fucking text message if it wasn't for Gladys fucking West. And did she get a Nobel Prize? No! Because we're fucking racist in America! And I'm tired! of everybody being like acting like, oh, you're racist. Like, if I was treated the same, if I wasn't watched on a day-to-day basis, if I was given the same respect as my colleagues, in my lab right now, my PI tells me that I'm lazy. She tells me that I don't do enough work. Like, she's comparing me to a 4.0 student whose father is a doctor, whose sister goes to Clemson. Like, this is a girl whose parents financially provide for her. That's not me. I provide for myself. If I have to pay rent, I have to pay rent. I can't call my parents for help. You're mad because somebody else shows up at 9 a.m. every single day when I'm staying up till 5 a.m. editing content to make something of myself because I have nobody else to rely on. Like, you're comparing me, like, to be economically disadvantaged compared to somebody who's not. It's not an even playing field. And, like, that movie just reminded me where I come from, my background, and how they don't want me to win. And it makes me feel even more motivated because, like, I can always change the narrative. A bitch want to call me lazy? I can always go to sleep and show up at 6 a.m. every single day just to prove her wrong. And when I read about Gladys West, and I read her being like, because bitch grew up in the Jim Crow era, the same era that all these teachers are going through. Like y'all think, like, my professors grew up in the Jim Crow era. I had a professor give me a 0% for attendance. Out of 30 people in the class, I am one of the 8 people who's there every class. He gave me a 0% for attendance. I told him that I was there every class. He changed it to a 50%. I said, I have attended every single class in person. What more do I need to do for 100%? He changed it to 100% and then told me it's not a real grade. Don't even worry about it. Then, 2 weeks later, when nobody showed up to class, he said, you guys need to start showing up to class or this is going to start being a grade. Nigga, were you setting me up for failure? You're the oldest professor I have. You look about 80, 90 years old that you're going to die teaching me. And you were trying to give me an F when I'm one of the few people there every single day? Are you fucking serious? Are you actually fucking serious? So yeah, I am a black woman at a white school, and it's real life, and this movie made me feel seen, acknowledged, and heard. And I want everybody to go watch this movie because it's not just about, like, Like his granddaddy is taking him, like he wanted to go to this place where rock and roll was created, and it was not the black rock and roll. It was not like, he took him on a road trip to every historically black place, and this guy had no fucking idea because he didn't know his history. He didn't know where he's come from. And the fucking white lady at the beginning of the movie told his daddy, he said, well, why does he need to know where he came from? You need to recognize where he wants to go and support that. Like, he needs to know where he came from, so when he goes to this white school and he's being told that he's lazy and he's being treated differently, that he recognizes that you're a black man in America. We're not treated the same. We're not respected the same. This new girl in my lab, when she came, my desk is now her desk. And I get this other desk that's not even my desk. This other desk I have to share with the new guy, and it's not even available half the time. People put everything on top of it. I'm not respected or valued in this place because I'm not there when she wants me to be there. I still show up and I do my shit, but the first meeting we had, she told me not to be lazy. And then after I applied to the PhD and really stressed the fact of financial support, she started telling me to my face that talk is cheap. You think if I was a white woman in America, I would be respected like that? Exactly. This movie really made me feel just seen and heard. And I think every person who's black needs to watch it because white people are fucking racist, and I can see them thinking whatever the fuck they want to think, and I don't give a fuck what they want to think. This was the best movie I've seen in my lifetime. It is now my new favorite movie, and I look forward to showing my children this movie one day, because it was about, like, you got this old school pimp with this, I'm Gen Z, not Gen Z, nigga, Gen Alpha, with a Gen Alpha, and, like, it brought together generations, and it put recognition on the black community and the disparities we still face today. So, if you guys get the chance, it's on Netflix. Joe's home from college. Please watch the movie. Thank you.